Hello everyone, welcome to the market outlook for the week. Gaurang Shah here from Geojit Financial Services. After last week Friday's correction, we have regained some lost ground, and as I speak to all of you all this morning, both Sensex and Nifty are trading with some strong gains. Last week correction was more of a global in nature, with the yields in US spiking up, and we did see that it was not only our markets across the globe, Europe, US, Asia, and Indian markets had a lot of red on the screen by the time we wind up the trade. And of course, you had some domestically, we had some glitches in some technical issues as far as the National Stock Exchange was concerned. But yes, they did extend the trade, and we are back this morning. Crude oil has spiked again. There is some news that OPEC is likely to inch the production a little bit higher. Rupee dollar, well, we did see rupee gain strength below 72.50, and then last week we did see a lot of weakness coming through, and we are seeing rupee trade against the dollar with some weakness this morning. So overall, in a nutshell, I think what we saw was 14,500 or thereabouts below on the Nifty spot on Friday's correction, and if I'm not mistaken, 49,500 or thereabouts on the Sensex. And from those levels, as I speak to you this morning, and as I mentioned earlier, we are trading with some strong positive gains, and this momentum is likely to continue. Today is 1st of March, and the vaccination process has gone to the next level. 60 plus citizens can enroll for vaccination. 40 plus with comorbidities can also enroll for vaccination, and Honorable Prime Minister has also taken the first shot of the vaccine. Along with that, he's also made requests to all the citizens of India who are eligible to go and take the vaccine shot. So I think this is a positive sign, and now with not only government hospitals, private hospitals are also involved in this vaccination process. So the number of vaccinated people is likely to go stronger as we go forward from here on. So that's one positive news. On the FI side, we did see a large number of sell side figure on Friday by the FIs, and a relatively decent number on the buy side from the domestic institution. And friends, as I have been mentioning, I think corrections, and let us, as we go higher, we have to be ready for higher correction also. And like I was mentioning earlier during our interaction, that we have to inculcate a habit of seeing much more higher levels going forward from here on fallback of not one but one too many counts. And whenever you see corrections like we saw on Friday last week, I think one has to gather strength and look at strong companies with earning visibility and strong management. And this will reflect upon long term, how your portfolio gets appreciated on earnings recovery, and of course great corporate management putting in business strategies that will grow the business forward. With that perspective, I think short term, medium term, I think these kind of corrections will come. COVID related news flows in Maharashtra and other states could play an overhang on the markets in the near term. But if I have to reflect upon the last maybe about 10 to 11 months, then I think what we are witnessing right now is relatively much lower than what we've seen in the month of March, April, May, when the COVID related numbers were hitting a new high every day. And that point of time we did not have any vaccine. Now we have at least 2 and maybe couple of more in the pipeline, domestically indigenously made vaccines available. So you have a protection shield now, which was not there earlier when this pandemic actually hit the world. So I think we have to draw some kind of a comfort zone. And like I was mentioning last time, that as a responsible citizen, I think it is our duty to abide by what the central and the state government, respective state governments, tell us to do in form of social distancing, wearing mask, personal hygiene, etc., etc., not overcrowding. I think this can only bring down the number. If we are careless, then we have to blame ourselves for any kind of adverse situation or new measures that may put into place by center or state government, depending upon how serious the issue is, COVID-related issue is in the respective state. So I think this will possibly play out, and it's very difficult for anybody to guess on this. I think as we meet our fate, we will come to know what the impacts are. But if we are responsible, I think we can decrease the impact of that, of this COVID-related impact on the markets and the economy. Having said that, I think we have seen the curtains down for the third quarter earnings, which passed away very smoothly and pleasantly surprising in terms of certain sectors and company-specific third quarter earnings. Large number of re-ratings we have seen across the sector, and I think this momentum will continue for the fourth quarter and the next financial year. Policy decisions by the government, especially with the PLI scheme, that is production link incentive, which is now broadening its umbrella and getting more sectors under it, so that the growth of not only those sectors but also the growth rate of Indian economy picks up steam. We also saw the GDP numbers last week for the third quarter. They were relatively at a comfortable zone than what we were in the first and the second quarter GDP growth numbers. And I think if you have to go by the forecast that some of the leading agencies have put forward, then we have to draw some amount of comfort from there. And I think it speaks for itself. And like I was mentioning, opportunities like Friday should be used as buying opportunity. We often shy away from these kind of correction, and we do get into that kind of a mode that the markets may go down further and I will buy later. But unfortunately, that later doesn't come and the markets recover and we are lost. We lose out on the opportunity that market has given us. So don't put all your money at one time. In these kind of corrections, you should gradually increase your investments whenever you get these kind of corrections. Only request and logic is that you buy into some safe, sound, strong companies with earning visibility. Sectorially speaking, I think the theme still remains very strong. Pharma, IT, auto numbers. Today is 1st of March, so we will have the auto numbers from various two-wheeler, four-wheeler, commercial vehicle, agri-equipment companies coming out with numbers. We'll have the subscriber numbers from the telecom stroke cellular service providers, which can possibly add to the sentiments. And that will reflect upon a lot of other sectors also. So the bottom line is that we should brace the corrections with some comfort, and at the same time identify and look at opportunities to buy into those. We end up making mistakes in terms of when the markets are running up, we always run to the markets and want to invest into markets, and when the markets are down, we want to run to the markets and want to sell. I think the mentality should be reversed, because very often it does pay off taking a contrarian view. I'm talking about long term, I'm not talking about short or medium term. And according to my experience, I think it has always paid, and market has always rewarded investors who have patience and who have bought into the dips. Like I mentioned, good, strong companies. There is a lot of noise about public sector companies also on the street. I mentioned it last time that my humble request to all investors and friends is that just wait out for the government to confirm those names in form of which company they want to divest, when they want to divest, what are the valuation, and what will be the divestment route. Don't jump the bandwagon, don't jump the gun and take a preemptive trade, because it may end up hurting your sentiments and wealth. Over a longer period of time, there is a lot of expectation from the Indian markets, and I think there is one line that I always say, that you can hate India but you cannot ignore India when it comes to opportunities. and I don't think there will be a single fund manager across the globe who can ignore India when it comes to investment opportunity. And we should identify opportunities. Autos, IT, pharma, cement, metal, infrastructure, uh, FMCG, consumer durable, consumer discretionary, lot of names, insurance related, life insurance related companies, health sector is going to be in focus with whatever news flows that surrounds us. So look at, and if you really don't want to venture out anywhere, just stick to the principles of investing into large cap and stay invested for a longer period of time. And I think that's how you're well fit. But I will again repeat that corrections are a great opportunity to buy. It's will test your patience, but investing into market is all about high risk, high return. And I think when you invest into equity market, you should bear in mind that there is an element of high risk, but that risk elements gets lower in case if you have done some homework and invested into strong and well managed companies. I think rupee will trade with a little bit of weakness in the near term, but we expect some strength coming back into the rupee against the dollar. Crude oil, I think, as the news flow is, if there is production increase by OPEC, then you might see a little bit of correction in crude oil prices globally. Stay safe, stay healthy, and be a responsible citizen. And wear your mask, maintain social distancing, avoid overcrowding. Thank you all very much for your time. See you again next week. Bye bye.